Senator Kelly.
On a couple of the topics that Senator Sullivan was speaking about, I want to associate myself with his remarks, specifically for General Rudd here. And we spoke about this in my office. The offensive cyber, the using messaging bots and Russians, Chinese, North Koreans, Iranians attacking us, attacking our specifically before elections, and the amount of incoming without a response from the U.S. government, I find rather disturbing. And we've talked about this a little bit on this committee, but also on the Intelligence Committee. And we do need to have a better plan. And there needs to be some form of deterrence. Like, we just can't sit here and take it, which is what I've seen after being here for 5 years in the United States Senate. So I'd like to see another plan as well. If you need authorities, please come to us. And then on the other front, I'll get to a second, which is the national security strategy. But for General Donovan, and for both of you, thank you for your service. Thank you for being here. This is an important hearing. General Donovan, Senator King brought up the September 2nd strike. I just want to encourage you to get as much information you can about that. Take a look at the video. Think about the decision-making process that went into all of those operations. Think about who was in the room, and then make your own evaluation. Is that how you would have expected that day to go? Or do you think you need to make some changes as the future commander of Southcom? I just want to encourage you to do that because we have a lot of concerns. I think there are some concerns on the other side of the aisle as well, but we've got a lot of concerns. I do personally, about these kind of operations, which I've been involved in before. So please do that. On the national security strategy, front, do you think as the next commander of Southcom, do you think we need a battle group in the Caribbean permanently, full-time?
Senator, if confirmed, look at the task at hand to determine whether we need that capability in place, a carrier strike group or even an ARG-MU full-time. So until I get on the ground there and look at the tasks that I'm not aware of right now, I couldn't determine whether we need one or not need one, Senator, but that's my intention once confirmed in the planning process to address the tasks that are in place and we envision through the NSS.
But do you expect, because of this pivot to the Western Hemisphere, that Southcom this year is going to have to be much different than Southcom last year?
Senator, yes, I do.
So you expect to need more staff, and obviously with your experience at Indo-PACOM, you imagine, actually that was Lieutenant Rudd, or General Rudd. But you certainly understand the push and pull here. We're going to have to take resources from somewhere else, which needs to be a consideration. But your job is Southcom, and I get that. And if we're going to be consistent with the national security strategy, which, by the way, I do not agree with, there will need to be some changes on Southcom. I want you to be thoughtful about that. And then finally, I just want to ask you a question. We talked a little bit in my office about, it was reported that your predecessor reported in the press. I was not able to verify that this actually happened, but where General Halsey or Admiral Halsey was told that he should carry out orders and not ask any questions. You've got a lot of experience, decades. I can't imagine that's the posture you would take if anybody in senior leadership above you told you not to ask any questions. I would just like, I think it's important for people to understand, as our leadership, we put people in these senior roles, that they're going to have a collaborative approach with their leadership. I don't know if you want to comment on that.
Senator, that's how I've led my life, from second lieutenant to lieutenant general. Asking the hard questions, because the soldiers, sailor, the joint force members that we lead, we owe that to them to ask the hard questions. I will not stop doing it, Senator.
So you're not going to put up with somebody above you telling you not to ask any questions.
Senator, I'll continue to perform and lead like I have for 37 years.
All right. Thank you, General.